Football is a sport where 11 men work together to try and get a ball into a net and win the game, but sometimes one player rises above and takes the mantle of team leader and carries the team on his back. They do their best Thanos impression.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
And single-handedly win the game for their team. A great example of this is Cole Jermaine Palmer for Chelsea in 23-24. When Palmer was first signed from City for 42 million, many were confused.
What?
They thought that City had pulled off a transfer masterclass. Tweets like this were a common belief, but now they likely hold their head in shame because Cole Palmer had one of the most insane years of all time. Chelsea's tactics were just to get the ball to this man and sit back. He sat down defenders, scored screamers, and pulled off passes that would make Paul Scholes explode. And he made it look easy. Many people have pointed out that Cole is not the sharpest tool in the shed, but this isn't actually true. It's just that he thinks on another wavelength. He thinks in football. When his Chelsea teammates were playing trash, he took it upon himself to be a one-man army and lift Chelsea into Europe. Like when Chelsea vs City, Cole Palmer versus the team that threw him aside.
It tore me apart, but I learned an important lesson. You can't count on anyone.
This was a monumental game for Chelsea, as at that time City were a frightening team to verse. They were way better than they are now. They were put on the back foot early on when some buffoonery cost Chelsea a pen, as James decided to run into Caicedo, knocking them both out, and then Cucurella assaulted Haaland on the back post. Haaland slotted it home, but the game was levelled 1-1 minutes later. But we'll skip ahead to when Jackson levelled the game once again to 3-3. And Chelsea would love this draw, as they were struggling heavily at this time. But disaster would strike in the 85th minute when Rodri would put City ahead with a beautiful strike. It seems Chelsea were destined to lose, after pulling themselves out of a loss over and over again. But Chelsea were given a lifeline, a penalty to tie the game in the 95th minute, and Cole stepped up. In one of his first games, he decided to be the one to put a dagger in his old team's title chances, and he did this. He humbled his old team. Pep tried to answer back by saying he had a small penis, but it didn't work. And this was the game that put Cole Palmer on the map. He would later do the impossible against United. They were leading 2-0, coasting through the game, but disaster struck as United quickly got 2 back, and then a third, when shockingly Anthony would put a cross in for Garnacho to make it 3-2. The game was lost, but Dalot gave him a chance to equalise.
I don't know what I'm doing! Ah! Shit!
In the 100th minute, the pressure was on, but Cole said,
"Pressure? What pressure?"
They had managed to snatch a draw from the jaws of defeat, but that wasn't enough, as in the 111th minute, Cole did this. This was so late on that they had already given the man of the match to Garnacho and had to change their decision. Cole is a great example of a player not giving up when his team buckles and falls under pressure, just like this next player, Kylian Mbappé. The 2022 World Cup final is heralded as one of the greatest World Cup finals of all time.
Someone cooked here.
And it is, but it wouldn't have been without this man. France were 2-0 down on the biggest stage in football after some Messi and Di Maria brilliance. It would take something insane for France to make a comeback. Argentina were a stacked team. They had Messi, Di Maria, and the referees, but that's just a conspiracy theory. But Mbappe said no.
I'm too competitive, it's good to be competitive.
France were given a chance as Otamendi gave away a pen, and Mbappe calmly placed it in the bottom left, and then the momentum swung, and France smelt blood, going all out attack, and the ball would drop for Mbappe, who channeled his inner Zidane, smashing it past Emi Martinez. The world was in shock. Mbappe had single-handedly levelled the game, but the parade was ended when Messi said,
"Fuck you, kid, you're adopted,"
and showed why he's the GOAT.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
But the tide would shift once again as Montiel did his best Conor McGregor impression, elbowing the ball. Mbappe would get another chance at the spot. He would once again score, securing the hat-trick and becoming the second player in history to score a hat-trick in a World Cup final. People like to take away this accomplishment, saying it's only 2 pens. But these aren't 2 pens against Kepa or Onana. These were against Emi Martinez, one of the greatest keepers at saving penalties. He would get into the opponent's head. Kylian had kept his team in it, and last minute they had a chance to win it, but it wasn't meant to be. and France went on to lose the game on penalties. Despite carrying his team, Salt Bae got more touches of the World Cup that night. One of the greatest individual performances and nothing to show for it. But if we talk about Mbappe, we have to talk about his idol Cristiano Ronaldo, who returned to Manchester United in 2022, ready to rekindle the glory days, but he was shocked when he saw his new team. He went from playing with Rooney to Rashford, from Michael Carrick to Fred.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Ronaldo looked at the trash surrounding him and realised he had to step up, and step up he did, creating goals out of nothing, transforming boring side-to-side football into chances like a magician. He somehow got United to qualify for the Champions League, scoring goals like this. He saved United multiple times, like against Norwich. The game started off well for United, with Ronaldo scoring an early tap-in, followed by a leap a Salmon would be proud of. But then more great defending by Dalot would leave United open on the back post for Norwich to get a goal back. Following this, United made Norwich look like prime Barcelona, getting cut open in a few passes to make it 2-2. The game was lost. United had bottled it against last place Norwich. But Ronaldo said no, rolling back the years, scoring a sublime free kick and winning the game for United. Should the goalkeeper have saved this? Yes. Do I care? No.
We do not care.
But there are just some of the players that have carried their teams. In a world full of overcomplicated tactics and systems, sometimes all you need is one great player stepping up.